Hello everybody out there, my name is Jimmy Lopez. I'm a world music percussionist based here in New York City. It all started in my apartment in Brooklyn. I've been writing music, writing a lot of drum music, and some of the stuff that I've written for other artists that they didn't want to use, I kept for myself. And then one day I was ready to put an album together, and it was going to be just a percussion album. Just a percussion album, me doing all different types of percussion with these songs, adding the melodies, maybe do some vocal chants, and if I was going to invite musicians, maybe something very minimal. But when we were in the studio, and as soon as we started recording the first takes of the songs, Giorgio started playing bass, just fooling around with it, and then I was like, wow, that works. So, make a long story short, it all started just gelling together. For every track that I did, he added bass lines to it, and I was like, wow, for that bass line, I would like to have a certain type of musician come in to enhance that. So, what started out as 5-song EP ended up being 14 tracks of an urban world music project, again, named is World Sound Traveler. One day I was in the bathroom just combing my hair or whatever. My father had an army radio, and these army radios, you can dial, it has all these dials, all these stations and stuff, and then once you hit a station you can fine tune it. There's a separate dial. So one day I was flipping the dial. I've always been on from this side on, from 92.3 to 108 when I was a young child. And one day I decided, let me go this way, because no one ever goes that way in the house. The radio's always been on certain dials. So I decided to explore. And then one day I explored, I was playing, it was the static you get, and then one day I'm hearing stuff like, you know, down here. You know, and I heard these drum rhythms I've never heard before. Like, what is this? And I was listening to it, and it blew my mind, because I never heard, I mean, from that point, you know, the music I've been listening to is very, just the music of the times, you know, the hip-hop rhythms of the times, the pop music of the times, the rock and roll music of the times, and then now I'm hearing something that's totally baroque, totally just deviant from that. And then I was listening to it. I was just in I'm in the bathroom. Luckily, no one else had to go, so I was just in the bathroom, just listening to all this new music that was coming out. And then finally, the person who was the disc jockey on the radio station, they finally spoke and like, hi, this is such and such for the 88.3 Jazz FM, and you were just listening to Art Blakey. I was like, whoa! Drum set, I call it, the World Hybrid Kit. Big part of this kit, I love acoustic drums. I love all sounds from real live drums. I am a big fan of electronic music. I'm a big fan of electronic soundscapes. I listen to a lot of that stuff, ambient stuff. And this instrument right here is called a Roland Hand Sonic. This is an instrument I've been using for many years. I've done many sessions on this, many live stuff, all different types of music. And this allows me to play hundreds and hundreds of world percussion sounds at my fingertips. I have, things like that. that together with live drums. I have my djembe. I have my conga drums. Keeping the Latin culture alive. I know I'm from my heritage goes to the Caribbean island of Puerto Rico, and growing up listening to old folklore, Puerto Rican music, you know, Gilado music from the hills, and then country people, and to modern jazz music and stuff that's coming from out there, even, you know, music from all different Latin cultures as well. So, you know, congas are here. I play my congas. Interesting thing about this particular drum right here, this drum is not only a conga, but it's also cut in half and it's been turned into a bass drum. It's created by a company called Remo, by a drummer by the name of Chila Gertu, who is one of my favorite drummers of all time, and he's a drumming innovator. And you know, you have a little bass drum right here, mixed with this, and I got myself a little bass drum. That put together with a snare drum, hi-hat, crash cymbal, crash ride cymbal. And I can do my I have here a Brazilian drum. Cowbells, where I do something with, you know, African stuff. Possibilities are endless. That with some electronic stuff, electronic bass drum here. Possibilities are endless. This is one of the rhythms that I play on my album, a song called Keef. It's a song that I've done with on a sintir. It's a traditional Moroccan instrument played by the Ganawa people. I'm playing frame drums. I'm playing some doumbek and some shakers, but that's the doumbek pattern that I'm playing on the song Keef, and it goes like this. That's me in a nutshell. I'm nuts about drums, and I love it. I've been loving it ever since I first heard it back in early 1980 when my brothers were playing drums for school, and I had my first drum as a snare drum, and now it has grown. It has grown immensely, And and like I said, come to the shows when we playing the shows. I'm in a project called World Sound Travelers, my personal project that I do. I like to bring a lot of indigenous musical textures into modern music. So yeah, come to the shows, say hello, go to the MySpaces, go to the Facebooks, all that stuff. I'm very approachable. I love talking. I love cross-pollinating ideas. So yeah, thank you again for taking the time. I hope this video was entertaining, and thank you.
Ancient trees and what I live comes back to me.